Welcome to another episode of the Indie Empire, where we review all indie films, whether they're on Tubi, Amazon Prime, wherever you watch your indie movies at. And tonight we're going to dish on a movie called The Assistant.
There's so much going on.
I really need to find an assistant.
Black, 4 sugars, just how you like it, Miss Fields. I'm Annie Dotson. I'm the new intern, so if you need help with anything, I don't mind giving you a hand.
Great. You start now.
You got it, boss. I'm here now, and anyone who messes with you has to deal with me.
I trust her.
You trust her?
This girl is living in your house.
Have you gotten a background criminal check? What am I supposed to think with you not even calling me?
I did call you.
Hey, Annie. Who are you talking to?
You need to call the police.
He loves her. He loves her not.
So let's go ahead and dive into this, y'all. So what do y'all think of the movie The Assistant?
I guess I'll go first. From an overall standpoint, I thought it was a solid film. Honestly, I mean, we've heard kind of that same storyline before about, somebody you bring into the house, they end up being a little crazy, and they kind of flip the story and stuff like that. But I thought as far as, the characters playing their role, I think they did a good job portraying the story. The only thing I wish they could have just played around with was the sister. I don't know if y'all hear that. I'm sorry, my husband is watching a crazy movie. It was like somebody was screwed in the background. Child. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I can't hear
it. But anyway, Annie, is it Annie?
Annie,
The sister. Okay, the assistant. Annie, I wish her twin sister would have just been a little bit more like mischievous, just had a little bit more good backstory behind it, because I was really interested in that dynamic she was playing with both of the characters. But I loved Erica. And I've actually never seen Erica Mena, the lead, act in anything before. So this was my first time. And honestly, she did pretty good. I was sold on her character. So
I was too.
Solid for me.
I was sold too. I mean, she didn't have all the levels I wanted, but she did enough for me to stay entertained into the movie. Because I will say, to me, I wrote it in quotations, it was a slow burn. It took a while to get to like, okay, now we in this thing. So that's about the only downfall that I have. One of the only downfalls that I have, it was a slow burn. A lot of things could have kind of been taken away to squeeze in that gap, because they did show a lot of Annie, being weird and crazy, but they showed way too much of it just to get to where they got to. And then it's like they were just playing with the end, trying to figure out how we're going to end this. So yeah, what you think, Lex?
I thought it was a great film. From a technical aspect, like the production value was fantastic. There were a few like lip sync issues, like on close-ups, where I was just like, wait, let me rewind that back. Let me make sure that it's not just my bad internet, because that could be a thing. But there was some lip sync issues that I was like, okay, well, that could have easily been fixed in post. And then from a cinematography standpoint, I thought they had some amazing shots, amazing lighting. Like overall look was great. And the only thing that I wish I wouldn't have, like when I look at it, I'm just like, okay, every shot is a dolly shot. It's just going like left and right. Like, I'm like, am I on a boat? Like, what's going on? So that's like my only kind of critique from a cinematography standpoint, was just that there was just a lot of unmotivated movement. But from like an overall standpoint, from a technical standpoint, editing was great, look was good. I was into the story for sure, and I mean, I agree with both you and Rachel as far as like the acting and the pacing and everything. And it took a little bit of time to get to the goods and the exciting part, but I enjoyed it.
Okay, so I have a couple of notes, and then y'all can throw y'all notes in if y'all have some. It's only a few. I'm just gonna run through these real quick. So I wrote it in the order as I was watching. Um, the opening and the tone of the movie was great to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like the two different. When they open it with the flashback, they put a different color scheme on it versus her delivering babies now. I like that because it introduced us. Okay, this is a little history. You're gonna need this piece of information later on, so make sure you pay attention to it. So flashbacks are good because they help push the story, and it wasn't even a long flashback. You get what I'm saying? Like some flashbacks be forever. I'm like, okay, so are you sure it's a flashback? When we got introduced to Randy, he was the guy. I want to say he's the gay guy who worked in the hospital. I feel like him acting gay was forced instead of him.
I can see that.
Because I don't know if I don't know his real lifestyle behind the scenes. Is he gay for real or not? But it's like he was forcing himself to act gay, and I feel like if you are a real life gay person playing a gay role, you shouldn't have to act gay. Just act yourself, because not all gay people are very extra and with the tongue popping and stuff like that. Girl this and girl that. I feel like that's forced and overacting what a gay person is versus just being yourself.
You think they did that just to show the? I wish I could remember Erica's character's name. What is her name in the movie?
Raven.
Dr. Raven.
Raven.
Yeah.
Dr. Raven. Do you think they did that just to show, like their best friend in a short amount of time, or the dialogue between that, just like the girl and all that? Because obviously that's his boss, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'll be his boss, but I would say I get where you're coming from, but I don't think you have to overdo it to show this the best friend, because dialogue the dialogue could have shown them the best friend versus him having to be extra gay instead of just gay. You get what I'm saying? Just normal conversation without having to be extra. And speaking of that, okay, I think I see, because what my next note say, there was no connection between Randy and Raven anyway. It felt like they really wasn't like connected strong. She was upstaging him. Look at me using the words upstaging. The transitions was good. I like the transition from one scene to the next. It was good. It wasn't just a fade out, fade in, like a lot of movies do, fade in, fade out, whatever they call it. Now, I think we all agreed that the chemistry between the assistant, which was Annie, and Raven was good.
Yeah.
That was good. That was believable.
It was very believable. It became like a little sister kind of feel towards it. I was like, oh, okay, I can see how she beat the turn.
Okay, this is one of the things, because we talked about this in the last episode. The time lapse from moving the story forward. I like how they just did different shots of just change of clothes with them in different areas to help move the story, to let us know it's going to be a week later or a month later, however many, how far the time went. Let's see.
Yeah, the montage has served a purpose.
Yes, it did. It did. Okay, that. And then a great choice of the underscore. They had good music.
Yeah,
they did choose the right type of music for the different scenes, and I felt it, because let me tell you something: music, lighting, color, it helps with the scene. It helps. Now this is the only downfall that I had. The issue with the phone, and with her blocking blocking Sean's phone. His phone number. That whole dialogue, they just kept saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I'm like, look, the first scene came when it was on the phone and they was talking about it. Then when he finally came to the house, they had the same conversation again. And it just kept going and kept going and kept going. I'm like, listen.
Yeah, check the phone.
Just check the phone.
Right.
I was waiting for somebody to say, I'm going to call you right now and watch what happens. Like, something, I need writers to start writing realistically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you on the phone saying, I didn't get any phone calls or whatever like that, as soon as he walked in the house, he should have instantly said, look, I've been calling you. Exactly.
Right.
Let's see if it works.
That's real to me. But you know black people don't do that.
Yeah.
We know black people don't do that. Even rich black people don't do that.
Right.
What y'all got? What notes y'all took down?
I totally forgot all about that phone thing. It was not believable to me because let's just be real. The whole leaving the phone and people going through, like, that just doesn't happen. People got passcodes. So I don't know. Maybe they could have done something a little bit more different. Maybe sent a DM that, or I don't know, just been a little bit more creative with that approach, because the whole phone thing we've seen a million times, and I just feel like this day and age, it's just not. Ain't nobody finna grab my phone. Let's just say that and and block people without my permission or putting in my passcode. But again, I don't really have a lot of complaints. But I don't know if that's because I've seen so many movies this past weekend, and I'm just like, okay, this one was a solid one, or maybe, I'm seeing stuff. The door just moved.
The assistant coming in there.
But yeah, I really, like, I was looking at my notes. I was like, don't have anything but thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me, the only thing that I didn't mention, like that, I mean, we talked about the unmotivated movement with the dolly, and kind of like the dead giveaway is like it'll go one direction and then stop and then go the complete other direction in the same shot. So but I know you Corte were talking about like really liking the transitions, and I agree the transitions were good. I just wish that there would have been a little bit more variety, because what I noticed is a lot of the transitions were like just drone shots.
Yeah.
It's like drone shot, drone shot, drone shot, drone shot. And I'm like, okay, there's other ways to, like tell that time is passing versus daytime drone shot, nighttime drone shot, nighttime drone shot, daytime drone shot. So that is my only, thing as far as like just variety of transitions. But other than, I mean, and if I'm nitpicking like a film, then that means that it's a good film. If I'm trying to find something to, kind of critique about it, then I mean, they did a good job, obviously.
Yeah.
So
they did. Now, as far as it, because I asked Kenya the same question, and I know we were supposed to do indie films. Of course, we that's what we do. We review indie films. This film had a huge budget behind it versus the other films that we know. Because
what's the budget? Do you know?
Let me see. I had it and I can remember, but I am on IMDb.
Let's see.
And well, they won't give it to me. Oh,
Let me see if I can find it.
oh no.
I'm just curious.
Oh shoot. I can't find.
I mean, it makes sense then why it looks like that.
Details. And oh shoot. Nope, I can't find it. Hold on, let me see.
But I mean, it's a Tubi original. Like, so I mean, there has to be somewhat of a budget if Tubi is behind it and, like helping to market it, and I'm sure pumping money into it for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting to. It was like, do we consider this an indie film?
I mean, I would
Okay.
honestly.
I would too.
Yeah. Just because, like from an indie standpoint, that could mean a lot of different things. It's not necessarily so much the amount of money, like put into it, because it could be an independent studio that doesn't have,
Got it.
like, yeah. So I'm totally, down with, characterizing this as an indie project for sure.
Okay. I thought I had it, but no. Hold on, box office. Let's see what this. Oh, it won't let me look at it.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Because
Because I'm on
secret.
I'm on IMDb Pro, and I was like, all right, let me see if I could get into it. But no, there's not really anything.
They won't give it to me at all.
Well, and I don't know if technically there would be any box office details with it being like going straight to Tubi and not necessarily having like a theatrical release.
Okay, that's true.
Really.
That's true. So they may not have it on here.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll give a huge shout out to Chris Stokes, Marques Houston, for putting on a good movie. I bet they got more work out there. We'll have to research and see what other work they got and just come, watch the next thing they got. But I will say my favorite character out of the movie would be Raven. Not Raven, yeah, the Raven character, but it's Erica Mena. She really did good. I didn't know who she was. My friend told me that was Safari's wife or ex-wife or baby mama girlfriend, one of them.
One of many, but she's been on reality TV, so that's why I was just like, it's hard to transition from that type of industry and going into like acting and on camera and stuff. So she did very well.
She did good. She was pretty.
So I'm sure with a lot more work and stuff up under her belt, she'll just get better with time. I'm excited to see more.
And Rachel, who's your favorite character? I'm curious.
It was Dr. Raven. It really was. I don't know if it's because, like I said, I just didn't know Erica could do that, so I was shocked. But her character was just believable. She fit the look. She spoke the way I would assume a doctor is speaking in certain situations. Like, I was cool with it.
Yeah,
she had the look of the money,
Right.
When they have bougie girls, smart. They don't look bougie. It's like she looks bougie. It made sense.
Right. Yeah. That's who was your favorite character?
I want to know.
I liked Annie for sure, and just because so the actress's name is Parker. I think she did a really good job of playing two characters. I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like I have a certain level of respect for people that can, in the same project, have different sides to them. And I know that that's a challenge for sure to do from an acting standpoint, and then also too from like a storytelling, technical standpoint as well. So I do agree with y'all that the doctor did a fantastic job, but I was like, okay, Annie, she's doing her thing.
Yeah, and I did like how they went and showed the flashback of all the moments that she was talking to her sister, and there was nobody there. That's good because some people can't even talk to themselves.
Right.
Especially those self tapes for auditions. People can't even do that. And this girl did it on the whole movie. So
they did a good job at not foreshadowing it too.
Exactly.
Because, most films would have been like somebody in the audience, somebody in the background would have came up and been like, "Who you talk to?" or something. They did not even show that. Like clear as day, she was talking to herself. Yeah. When they revealed it, I was like, "Why ain't nobody say nothing?"
Because now, the moment I realized it was her is when I was in the bedroom. When I was in the bedroom talking, and Raven walked in the bedroom so fast and she disappeared. I said, "You know what? That's her. She's imagining that." And then when it got to the dad, when Raven went to meet the dad and talk to the dad, that's when I put it together. It was like, you know what? That is the girl from the beginning.
That is the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the girl from the beginning. So
anytime you have that aha moment, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you're always trying to predict what's going to happen.
So what do y'all give it? Out of 5 stars, I give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Like only thing, just the little things, a little bit more character development from certain characters, a little less character development from certain characters, but 4.5, they would have fixed that, tightened it up. And now I'm thinking about the dolly shots, maybe that too. Maybe would have been a 5.
Yeah, I give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it a 4 for sure.
Okay, so there you have it, y'all. The Assistant. This is our take on it, and we encourage every one of you all, to go out and watch the movie. We'll drop all the links where you can watch the movie at on Tubi, and y'all let us know what y'all think of it, and we'll see y'all on the next episode of the In the Empire.